I started that some communities make it a hobby to make sure your life, you can never rest in peace. Some communities do that. I was on Twitter yesterday looking at women who are dragging that influencer because like 10 years ago, she might have said like F Black Lives Matter. And y'all can guess this woman's race. And surprisingly, it ain't black women who making sure her life is hell. It is white women who are making sure, the liberals, man, they making sure this lady account don't never see.
They might well do something because they don't vote, so they might as well do something.
Speaking of doing something, Trump, he giving y'all niggas some statues.
Hey, well, it goes in the garden, so it's not in the White House, but it's like a garden of American heroes.
Okay,
and
who's some of the heroes?
Jackie Robinson getting a statue. Jackie Robinson should have been had a statue out there. Kobe Bryant's getting one, which is kind of befuddling, but
interesting. But
I get it.
Him and Trump were friends, maybe.
Yeah,
I can see that.
So, but no, when it first hit, I was like, no way that Trump. But you know what though? I mean, Trump is just he's so hard to understand, man.
I think he likes spoofing. And he don't mind the community he's spoofing. He's going to make sure everybody gets spoofed.
Let's see here. So he announced Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Billie Holiday, Aretha Franklin, Coretta Scott King, Frederick Douglass, Jackie Robinson, Martin Luther King Jr., Muhammad Ali, and Kobe Bryant for National Guard of American Heroes will have the following statues.
I'm shocked that Harriet is getting one. And Coretta Scott King is getting one.
And
the only reason because you about to release the documents about Martin Luther King, which is gonna just kill their whole family legacy and stuff.
Here's the thing. I think, the dude was a Democrat his whole life.
Yeah.
I don't think Trump, I think the people that support Trump are the issue more than Donald Trump. And this is not me shooting bail for Donald Trump. I just told y'all I'm not about to be pissed off after we fixed this problem before, right?
Yeah.
Not about to be pissed off anymore. But I don't know. Like the Kobe one was kind of wild.
Harriet Tubman for me.
Harriet Tubman, surprising.
When we getting her $20 bill? We ain't never.
That ain't coming. Okay. That ain't ever gonna happen. Good idea. They're like, we ain't gonna give y'all N-word reparations, but we'll put her face on it
on $1 and then don't do it.
Yeah, but I mean again, I think it's cool. Kind of wild, but
what I didn't like was all these black people like in the White House during Black History Month celebrating that they were able to be in the White House. That was like the most coonery thing I ever seen.
I mean, because everybody that support him is a cooner, especially like the tall dude or whatever, the one with the stupid face. I forget his name. Oh, I can see his face, but he every time they have an event, he's there and he's like, I'm the biggest Trump supporter.
I hate the short black dude who got like a small ass head and he wear them big ass hats. And he just, I can see his face too. I don't know his name either. But I just hate that, how ironic is it? Like, I'm allowed in the White House during Black History Month. Like, F you other black people. And it's like, you niggas don't get what you're doing.
If you got invited, you got invited. I mean, getting invited to the White House is a big deal no matter who's the president. But the cooning and buffooning is...
Would you go?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm ever invited to the White House, I would go.
Trump is in office.
If I'm invited, I wouldn't go to an event like that. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to pack me in like sardines. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if I was actually just invited to like a White House dinner or something, yeah, absolutely I'd go. Like, no matter who's the president. One of my favorite childhood memories is I got a Presidential Fitness Award in elementary school, right? Oh. And it was signed by Ronald Reagan. Right. And I was just like, oh, this is cool. Like, even though it wasn't about politics. Yeah. And yes, as a child, I had politics.
Man, them signatures was stamps.
No, man. He probably signed all of them.
They did. Yeah. All right. To all 2 million kids across the country.
But I thought that was cool, though.
Yeah, it is cool.
I was just like, all right, cool. I have, it doesn't matter the politics. It's like, I have that. So I don't really get bought into like the whole politics. I have muted DEI on Twitter. Woke is probably next. I haven't done it yet, but it's probably next. So I don't really get to see the dumb tweets and replies every week.
Drake is muted. Well, not Drake. All Drake stan accounts that have found his way to me, I mute them all.
I don't blame you. I did not blame you.
I was just like, I'm about to start hating this dude.
Yeah, Drake stands are wild.
Yeah, and I feel bad. If y'all got it, the Kendrick stands, send them to me so I can see them acting crazy, but I haven't seen it. I'm not saying I don't believe it, because I remember being a J. Cole fan, and the Kendrick fans was trying to tell me how this is a triple, quadruple, double entendre here, and I'm like, a quadruple entendre here, and I'm just like, no, it's not. Like, all right, hey, we all went to college. We ain't stupid. But so you know what I'm saying. But whatever, man. Elon, he told them niggas, I need 5 things that y'all did at work, and then Trump and them said, you ain't got to turn that shit in. What is going on?
Who knows? Elon, look, I don't know what an immigrant that has gotten American citizenship is doing with this much access to our federal government. I have no clue what is going on here. But to the federal workers, like a 5 bullet point. For one, they're not even going to read it, right? What they want to do is see who doesn't respond, and then they're going to choose those people to be like, okay, those people are the ones. But yeah, I mean, bro, like no one wants to work for a boss like that. No one want to work for somebody that's petty and micromanaged. And for everybody who's like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, you should have done it. Like, okay, for one, Elon could just be transparent. Hey, we just want to see who don't respond. And those are the people who go to fire. But at the end of the day, if you keep firing everybody that works for the federal government, right, and the federal government, you know, and the contracts are making up 20% of the economy, like, y'all do realize that you're going to trash the economy. And I think they do realize it. And I think that's the point. I think they want to fire folks. They want to send unemployment through the roof. And they want to make everything cheap so they could go in and buy it all up.
Yep. Yeah. I found it funny because I started seeing like other racist white men get online and be like, yo, I used to do this, I can do that. And I was thinking about it. The job that I did, I lasted the shortest amount of time. It was a boss, and the last 2 weeks of my employment there, every day he came into work, he was like, what are you doing today? Give me everything you're going to do today. And I was just like, either you trust what I'm doing or not. Yeah. Why am I here? Like, and it got to that point, and finally, the last week of my employment there, I didn't know it. I told my dad, I was like, I don't think I'm going to make it to my 90-day part. And my dad was like, hey, man, you just got married. You better figure this out. And I was gone the end of the week. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to that guy. This nigga Brung, he was an immigrant.
Who?
The guy who fired me. He was a Euro-American. He was a European, immigrated over here. And, you know, funny enough, he this nigga, bro, he hosted interviews while I was still working there. And it was kind of weird. It was like, because I kept seeing, I'm like, yo, it's only 10 desks in here and it's 10 employees. Why is he doing interviews? We don't even have space for another desk.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, everybody that kept coming out kept looking at me. I'm like, this nigga, I was like, something ain't right. And I was gone at the end of the week. But oh well. He ain't hired none of them. Because I think they probably realized, like, you are a shitty person if you're doing this here. But shout out to that. Shout out to the FBI. Nobody in charge at the FBI has any FBI experience. Kash Patel is look, I'm obsessed with dude. He look like he the Terminator.
What is Kash background?
I don't know. Terminating. He looks like the Terminator. Seriously.
He definitely has a weird look about his face.
Well, and every time I see a picture of him on Twitter, he got like the little Cyclops eyes, and he, you know, I'm coming to drain the swamp. I hate that phrase. That's what I need to mute on Twitter is drain the swamp. Cause whatever. Y'all could drain whatever you want to, man. It's all good.
What is his background?
It ain't no FBI work. Every time I ask somebody what he's doing,
American lawyer and former federal prosecutor for the 9th District.
Okay. So no FBI. Okay.
No FBI. His deputy is Dan Bongino, the podcaster.
Yeah, the fake Joe Rogan or whatever. He just a podcaster. That's crazy. And it's like, I love how Trump said he's no longer going to do his podcast. He's going to be the deputy FBI. Yes, nigga. When am I going to have time to be a podcaster if I got to help run the FBI? But you correct. You need to tell people, because guess what? Secretly, I'm going to be doing my podcast and not doing shit for the FBI. I'm just going to be telling my podcast listeners what the FBI is in here doing and not doing.
Insane.
I love it.
Give
us a job.
It's crazy that they go from like, DEI for people that are not qualified, and then everybody that's being hired right now.
Yeah.
Has no background.
Speaking of DEI hires, Vilkram, whatever, the other Indian guy who tried to run.
Vivek.
Yeah, he's running for Ohio governor now. But the joke is, wasn't he supposed to be helping Elon in the department of like
Man, he did the HB1 thing where he was like, Americans are lazy, and they got his ass right up out of there. Like what you won't say, what you won't say right here is that Euro American men are lazy.
Got him up out of there. Shout out